Painting nebulas is more challenging than I initially thought. You must get the textures and colors right, otherwise it simply does not look like a nebula. The reason I find these interstellar clouds so fascinating is because everything begins with them. This is where the stars are born, then the planets and all the planetary objects we know. I wanted to paint a couple images which are now so iconic that most people can recognize at first glance, but without copying them exactly. This picture was brought by the Hubble telescope and released some 3 years ago. It is the Butterfly Nebula, or Bug Nebula, one of the most complex structured planetary nebulas ever observed, with dense disks of gas and dust hiding the dying star right in the center of it. This photograph taken by Hubble in '95 is referred to as the Pillars of Creation, because the gas and dust clouds are acting as a nursery for new and young stars. The pillars are within the Eagle Nebula, some 7,000 light-years away from Earth, and in about 1,000 years they will be hit and destroyed by a neighboring supernova. This picture was actually taken with an amateur telescope, and this one was captured by a telescope in the La Silla Observatory in Chile. The Trifid Nebula is a massive star factory. It's located in the Sagittarius constellation, and it's one of the lead favorites for astronomers and stargazers, because it is so easy to find even with a small telescope. I also imagined the nebula sky as viewed from a planet with 2 moons. I named it the Devil's Nebula just because I used a lot of red shades when painting it. When I paint fictional alien worlds, I very rarely have a plan or an exact picture of how it will look like in the end. I just pretty much roll with whatever feels right as I go along, if that makes any sense. And in this case it was a lot of reds, but also grey shades, some purples and pinks, and also blue from the planet's closest starlight. And this is the very first nebula I painted, also fictional. It was mostly just to try and see what comes out of it, and I named it the Euphoria Nebula. All these paintings are now up for auction. I will include a link in the below bar where you can bid for them. And otherwise I will see you soon. I'm thinking about some 3 days with a regular video. Oh, and by the way, hey there.